Hey everyone, Django Fett here, Honey Games, Comics, TV shows, movies, and more, back with another X-Wing novel series review, and this is for Wedge's Gambit, which is book 2 of the series. Written by Michael A. Stackpole once again, and coming out in May 1996. Only a few months after Rogue Squadron, which came out in January 1996. And interestingly enough, Michael Stackpole did 3 X-Wing novels in 1 year in 1996. That's insanity to me, because as a novelist, if you're writing a novel, it takes months to years. And he did 3 novels for the X-Wing novel series. It blows my fucking mind. The amount of commitment that it took just to do that is just insanity to me. But before we focus on Wedge's Gamble, I need to reference the Essential Reader's Companion, written by Pablo Hidalgo. I really need to get back into this more and reference this more, because this great book is great. Back when Pablo Hidalgo had some common sense and actually loved the EU and, didn't fucking hate it for some reason. I don't understand that. But he basically called the X-Wing series Top Gun meets Star Wars, which is definitely an interesting way to describe this series. Not sure if I totally agree with it, but it makes sense considering that the focus on the pilots and their adventures in the sky, or in Star Wars case, the galaxy. So it does make sense to me. So now with these reviews, I know some people are not going to like this, but from now on, I'm going to start with this video in particular. I will be spoiling the story heavily and giving you guys my thoughts in the end. If you want to skip to the non-spoiler section, I will post a time right over here. Feel free to skip to that for non-spoilers. With that said, let's get into the story. So right after the attack on Borealis, I can't pronounce that. This book is actually a few months after and takes place in 7 ABY. So it must have been the tail end of 6 ABY, because that's when the first book was set at. Anyway, their next assignment is to go after the next big target, the capital of the Empire and ex-Republic, Coruscant, like they like to call it. It's Coruscant, of course. So the rogues have to be underground agents to infiltrate Coruscant and work with Black Sun criminals to do so, who are not friendly with the Empire after what Vader did to them in Shadows of the Empire. These ex-Black Sun are to act as a distraction while the rogues have to do their own task. And in the Shadows, Yusan Isard expects the Republic invasion and concocted a virus to unleash on the non-human elements of Coruscant, called the Kratos virus, to destroy the Republic, and then they can come in and retake Coruscant. The rogues meet up with familiar faces like Mirix Tarek, and even Winter, who I knew from the comics. However, things are uneasy as Corran Horn suspects Tycho Chelko as a traitor because he saw him talk with his adversary, Kirtan Lure. However, we, the audience, find out it's actually Arisi Delart, who is the spy for the Empire. The rogues then launch into action by infiltrating a station and drop the shields to the planet, which opens the airs for the Republic forces to come in, and Corran, the lone pilot in the sky at the time, to unfortunately crash and presumed dead. However, Corran is still alive and captured by Yasani Isard in the end, and also Tycho Chelko is taken into custody on suspicion of Corran in the end. How's that for a cliffhanger? Overall, a good story. I don't have really complaints, really. Maybe more focus with Yusan Isard and Kirtan Lore, and maybe discuss their actual goals. But I do understand the secrecy and keeping it probably for the next novels. I think that probably makes more sense. I just can't wait to find out more about Isard in the comics as well in Volume 3, which I'm actually reading right now. And finally getting to see the Republic take Coruscant, because I have seen so many Legends materials out there after this event, and they never allude to how important it is to retake Coruscant, the capital and hub of the galaxy. Super freaking important. I just feel like it was an extremely important event and just downplayed throughout the EU. But from what I've read from the Essential Reader's Companion, this isn't the end for the capture of Coruscant. There's actually a little bit more. There will be more, and plus you have the Kratos virus that will be unleashed, hence the name of the third novel, the Kratos trap. So that's a dead giveaway right there. Plus, it's nice to see, like in the comics, the rogues getting on the ground and doing undercover spy shit. And it's not just them being sky jockeys. So I'm giving Book 2 of the X-Wing series, X-Wing Wedge's Gamble, a... Honestly, I'm not sure what to find bad with this novel, much like Book 1, just because it's my first time with this series, and I'm freaking having a blast with it, man. Maybe moving forward, I might have issues, but I don't know, man. I think Michael Stackpole really has a knack of writing these wonderfully created characters like Tekuchelko, Wedge, and, you know, a bunch of these other characters, Corran Horn, and really make them super interesting. And you know, now with the Coruscant going to be problematic with the next book, let's see how the events play out. We'll find out. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video, comment down below, tell me what you think of Book 2 if you read it in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel, Django Fett. And I'll see you, my fellow Mandaway, my only brothers and sisters, next time. Ooh, yeah!